Hello and welcome to another video. Did you know that 87% of Americans think that getting more followers on Instagram is way much more important than taking care of their finances? That's pretty embarrassing, because if there is one thing that we all can share together, despite all our differences, is that almost all of us don't have enough money. And please don't tell me that money isn't important, that it's the root of all evils. Who the heck are you kidding? You are spending your freaking life chasing money every day from 9 to 5, and you want to say that it's not the most important thing in your life? You think your relationship is more important, right? Let me tell you that the number one killer of most relationships is not making enough money. So if you want your relationship to last longer, you better care more about your finances than about the number of people like your recent Instagram picture. I know that you have financial goals. Whether your goal is to become a millionaire or a billionaire, regardless of what the first letter is, how many of us do achieve our financial goals? Let's be honest, most of us struggle with getting money until the last day of our life. That's why in this video I want to share with you the number one mistake that you are making when setting financial goals. And by simply avoiding this mistake, you are much more likely to achieve your financial goals, even if it's to become super rich. What I'm about to share with you is one of the most important things you will learn about managing your money. So why don't you hit the subscribe button and the bell besides it and enjoy the rest of the video. Let me start by asking you this simple question. How much money do you need to be financially secure, independent, free, you name it? Just take a guess. You don't have to be accurate or logical. Is it 1 million, 5 million, 500 million? Take a second right now, go with your gut and write down a number. If you're like most people, that number probably feels pretty big, right? It might even seem impossible to achieve, but that's the amount of money you think you need to be financially free. And that's where the problem lies. We set financial goals way much bigger than we need or can possibly achieve. Do you really think that you need $500 million or even $100 million to be financially free? Not at all, and I will show you in a moment why. But let me tell you first, why did you do that? Why did you set such a big goal? Because when you look at all other successful people, you compare yourself to them. You are trying to set a goal to achieve more than what they have achieved. And that's very dangerous, because no matter how much money you make, no matter how much wealthier you will get, there will always be someone who will be wealthier. There's always will be someone bigger, taller, stronger, faster, funnier, younger, more handsome, more beautiful, with a bigger yacht, nicer car, a nicer home. There is nothing wrong with trying to be the best, but if you make that your number one priority, you will never be fulfilled. So instead of comparing yourself to others, why don't you set a goal that you need? The problem with setting such a big goal, such as making $1 billion for example, is that it's too big that it seems more like a dream than a real practical goal that you can achieve. And most likely it will stay like that. Now imagine if you set a goal of making $3 million, for example, by the time you're 40. This number looks much more realistic than $1 billion. In fact, now you can actually make a more realistic plan of how you can actually achieve this goal. And when you have an exact practical plan in front of you, you're more likely to be motivated to take action, because now you really believe that you can achieve that, unlike the $1 billion goal. I know what you are thinking. Wait a second, $3 million is not enough at all. I want to buy that brand new luxury car, I want to travel the world and never worry about money again. Let's calculate the cost of your dreams then. A brand new luxury car is going to cost you something around $100,000. The cost of an average house is around $210,000. Let's say you get twice better than the average house with a better neighborhood. So let's just multiply this number by 3, which is going to give us around $630,000. With a mortgage rate of 5%, that will cost you around $45,000 a year over 25 years. Average household income in the United States is around $50,000, which is one of the highest in the world. That might not be enough if you live in a city like New York or travel the world, whatever. So let's just multiply that number by 3. So in order to live your dream life, you need something around $200,000. For some it might be more, for others it could be less, but let's just stick with this number for a moment. If you have watched my video on how to invest in the stock market, you know that the average return for the past decades was around 10% in the stock market, which means the $3 million investment is going to give you back around $300,000 a year. But let's lower our expectations and stick with something around 7%. That will be around $210,000. Still more money than you need to live your dream life. I just came out with $3 million out of nothing just to show you that you don't need billions of dollars to have the kind of life that you dream about. In fact, you might just be comfortable with being simply financially secure, and you might just need to save something around $600,000 to $700,000 so that you can make around 50 grand a year and you will be financially free. I'm not trying to prevent you from trying to make $1 billion, but the more realistic your goal is, the more motivated you will be and the higher are the chances that you will achieve it. Remember that money is not the final goal. Money is simply a tool that will allow you to live the kind of life that you want. Anyways, now I want to know how much money you need to be financially free. What's the cost of your dreams? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.